Fala aí pessoal do Project, tudo beleza? Aqui quem fala é o Nico. E agora vocês vão assistir uma entrevista exclusiva que nós fizemos com os produtores de Resident Evil Survival Unit, o novo game mobile da nossa amada franquia. Eu espero que vocês gostem, já deixem um like aí pra dar aquela fortalecida e deixem também nos comentários do vídeo qual foi a sua parte favorita desse vídeo. Bora lá pra entrevista.
We would like to say that we are very grateful for the opportunity to see you guys here, even though we won't have Resident Evil Requiem or Capcom this year.
Yes.
You guys are already great representatives, and we are very, very, very excited for this game, truly. And it's an honor to be here.
Yeah, it is also our honor to have an opportunity to meeting with the users here. So our project has been kept in secret. You know, the Capcom has their big title is coming. So we cannot really reveal our title until they are ready. So not to confuse with anyone. So once they are finally getting out, so we start to letting ourselves known from with our first game announcement two months ago. And we first demoed our game at the Gamescom. And this later was the Tokyo Game Show, and it's our third game show to come here.
Resident Evil is celebrating its 30th anniversary, and the survival unit is part of this celebration.
Yes, and maybe the thing is we are invited by Capcom to be part of their celebration, but then the schedule is kind of a bit of a mixed and match. So we are, start as their celebration, one of the celebration title. They're especially doing it. But now is our doing separate marketing activities in separation. Yeah.
It's still a great present for fans. You know, fans have lots of expectations.
Yeah.
And we are,
Of course.
Resident Evil Requiem seems to be like the greatest thing we have seen now in a long time. We're going back to Raccoon City. It's something huge. And having this experience of being back in Raccoon City, playing through the eyes of someone who hasn't been shown to us before is really great. I think Resident Evil Survival Unit is like this great compliment that will really make the lore richer.
Yeah. When we first got the opportunity from the Capcom, we are ourselves is a fan of the series. So we are very excited. And then when we start to talking about where we should put our game in, and Capcom was really secretive about the Requiem, but they didn't told us whether their Requiem was based on. But in our making our game, we suggest them we want to start in the Raccoon City. And their reaction was like, very mixed bag.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, interesting. You're going there. So it's like, okay, you can start there, but let's make it less obvious because there's something else. So we kind of guessed the Requiem is where it's based on, but it was quite interesting for instance. So we also want to bring users back to the where everything started.
So we know that Resident Evil Survival Unit has a great chance of not being canon to the lore, but still we will see another perspective from someone who lived in the city and experienced all of that tragedy. And do you think that there's a chance of something from the game being added to the main lore of the Resident Evil franchise?
Since we cannot answer, the Capcom has all the reservation how it handle. But the interesting part is, I mean, if you later wants to do the interview with Hashimoto-san, he might give us much more detailed interview why we are going this direction. But in our games, you know, the Resident Evil series has a lot of great characters who dies in the series, right? But in our game, you can escape with them alive. But you can continue to continue your own story with them. So it's a kind of interesting mix of that. So we want to give that opportunity to the users.
Something that we have seen that we found out that was completely a complete coincidence today was that you guys didn't know about Requiem, but somehow the brains were aligned.
Yes.
Great minds were thinking alike, indeed. And on survival unit, we will see some characters that made smaller appearances in the franchise, like Alyssa Ashcroft, that is coming back in
Yes.
Requiem. We will have characters from Resident Evil Resistance.
Yeah.
And that seems pretty interesting, and we are very glad to see interesting characters
Yes.
that made some smaller appearances coming back. Even though it's a coincidence initially, it's very good. And I would like to ask, like, how was the process of selecting the characters and picking up and just matching everything?
Yeah, that's a great timing that I'm introducing our development director here, so he can answer better.
헌정에 대한 기준이요. 일단 모든 시리즈들의 영웅들을 다 리스트업을 하긴 했어요. 그리고 그거에 대해서 캡콤과 협의를 했었고요. 뭐라고 해야 될까? 사실 유저분들이 좋아할 만한 캐릭터들을 일부러 조금 나눠서 배치를 해놓은.
Okay, first of all, let me introduce our development director, Dongjun. So he is one of our star developer. He has a lot of previous work. For one of the successful title, he worked with Disney about Pirates of Caribbean. So he has a lot of experience of working with a high spec of IPs and respects their original creation. And also he recently created Gunship Battle series, which is also very successful strategy title. And after that success, he actually approached me he wanted to create Martian exploration kind of game, space opera, or wants to be the zombie apocalypse of the game. So his team was to start to experimenting on both themes. Actually, that was the time when the Hashimoto-san came in. And do you want to collab? Yeah, Hashimoto-san, if you're the guy, we want to do it. What IP? Then she says, Resident Evil.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, that was a kind of perfect timing. So he was really excited. So he just answered what was the process of selecting the characters. I mean, he loves all the series. And there's so many characters. And fortunately enough, we got access to the all characters of the series. So he literally listed up all the characters and really in deep thought, how should we represent these characters? Okay, let's dividing that with some categories, which series and which theme they are actually fitting in. So our game is a long-lasting service game. So we will introduce new batch of characters and time as the time goes on. So in the beginning, it's just the first step to introduce setting the world of starting from the Raccoon City. So what he selected is the most characters relate to who experienced the Raccoon City, is to introduce to you for the first time, and then we will start to revealing more characters behind that.
Should you guys send a message to the Brazilian fans? We would really love for you guys to introduce yourselves and tell your roles in the game, and just send a message. It's one of you.
We are here. 90% of reason here is to meeting with the fans of the series. We wanted to say hello. We are the developer, got this great opportunity to working with this IP, and we are also the gamer, and we want to say hello and really meet with who's the fans here. So your community is Project Resident Evil. It's been 10 years. You're doing the community run and writing a lot of articles and events. That's amazing. Okay, let me actually introduce you guys to them. 지금 여기 계신 분들은 프로젝트 레지던트 이블로 let me also introduce one of our business. Business marketing. He is in operation. He will operate the game for you guys. And Jay is who runs the game. And Donggyun here is the makes the game. I'm Chan. I'm business development director and producer. And I'm working. I brought this opportunity. So contacting with the Hashimoto-san and contacting with Capcom and bring this interesting project. And they make the wonder happen. So 지금 그래가지고 얘기가 브라질의 게임 유저들에게
남미에서 엄청나게 많은 팬덤을 가지고 있다는 이야기를 듣고 상파울루까지 왔습니다. 그래서 처음 오게 되는 상파울루인데 여기서 많은 분들과 인연을 맺고 저희 레지던트 이블 서바이벌 유닛을
We knew that one of the biggest Resident Evil community is in South America. We already know about it, but through our all the schedule that we allowed to us to start and to know. So we went to Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show. So we was almost missed the Brazil Game Show, but we finally here, and it's his first time to come into Sao Paulo. So he has a really high hope to meet with this amazing community, and we really want to communicate with you and introduce our game, and actually want to bring that users' love back to our development team and studio, and let also to the Capcom.
브라질 25시간을 비행을 해서 이곳까지 도착을 했습니다. 브라질 처음 와보게 되는 것이고요. 너무
So he flies 25 hours from Korea to the Sao Paulo. But he has a really high hopes for the Brazil game show and meeting with all the South American user bases. So while making this game, we do all the research, and I mean even before ourselves was the fans of Resident Evil, so we know the Brazil has a lot of Resident Evil fan base. And after we making one, when we started the pre-registration, we got a lot of registration coming from the South America. That was amazing. So he statistically impressed how many users showing the love for the franchise. So he really want to communicate and meet with the users and introduce our game and bring that love back to his development team so we can make the better contents. What I really enjoy about gaming industry is making interesting games and bring new opportunities. So I wanted to try sometimes console consumer games and sometimes VR games. So something new and something exciting is always welcome. But having this opportunity working with Resident Evil IP was something super surprising for me as well. Although it's really difficult to bring it to realization, but after long collaboration with Aniplex, our Japanese partner, and Capcom, we finally made this opportunity. And amazing service team, business team, and the developers put their love into it. So please expect and please play our game. And we actually want bit overboard for our own first plan. We try to make it as some celebration of the IP and franchise. So whatever the user experience the franchise, come to our game, find something familiar and surprising, and they can talk about with the community and enjoy it in a long term kind of sensation. So we really expect to meet a lot of users here, and you also find our game interesting as well. We really hope so.
Thank you so much
Okay,
for the
thank you.
opportunity, and you will see us here in this stand a lot because we are going to visit the event all holidays, and
Sure.
Sunday we have a massive cosplay encounter here, so everyone will be here, and you could join us to the
Sure.
picture.
Got it.
And
Antes de encerrar o vídeo, nós não podemos deixar de agradecer a Brazil Game Show, a Capcom, a Aniplex e a Joy City. Todas essas empresas estão envolvidas nessa oportunidade incrível e exclusiva que nós tivemos de entrevistar os produtores de Resident Evil Survival Unit. Inclusive, não podemos esquecer dos produtores e do diretor do game, que de forma tão atenciosa respondeu as nossas dúvidas e também deram alguns pequenos spoilers nessa entrevista exclusiva. Espero que vocês tenham gostado desse vídeo. Não se esqueçam de deixar a inscrição aqui embaixo, um like, um comentário, compartilhe com os amigos para dar aquela fortalecida no Resident Evil Project. É isso aí, valeu, falou, um forte abraço, se cuidem, fui!